Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Best English Podcast. I'm Olivia, and I am so happy you've decided to spend some time with us today.
And I'm James. It's fantastic to have you here. We've got a really big topic on our hands today, Olivia. It's probably the #1 question we get from English learners all over the world.
Oh, absolutely. It's that one hurdle that can make even advanced learners feel like they're back at square one. We're talking about understanding fast native English speakers.
The struggle is real, isn't it? I remember when I was learning Spanish, I'd listen to native speakers and it felt like they were speaking at a million miles an hour. It was just a blur of sound. I'd nod and smile, but inside my head, I was just screaming, "What is happening?"
I've been there. It's that sinking feeling, right? You've spent months, maybe years studying vocabulary and grammar. You can read a book, you can write an email, but then someone asks you, "Hey, do you want to grab a coffee later?" And it sounds like, "You want to grab a coffee later?" And your brain just freezes.
Exactly. That's the perfect example. It's like trying to catch a speeding train with a butterfly net. You hear the words, you know they're English words, but they're rushing by so fast and they're all tangled up together.
And they don't sound anything like the slow, perfectly pronounced words you heard from your teacher or in your audio lessons. It can be so discouraging. You start to think, am I bad at this? Will I ever get it?
But here's the good news, and this is what our entire episode is about today. You are not bad at this, and you will absolutely get it. You are not alone in feeling this way. Every single person learning a new language goes through this exact same phase.
It's a rite of passage. And the secret isn't about learning thousands of new words. It's about learning to hear the music of English, the rhythm, the connections, the shortcuts. Native English is like a secret code.
And today, we're giving you the code book. We're going to break it all down step by step. We'll give you practical, fun, and super effective techniques to train your ears. By the end of this, that speeding train won't seem so fast anymore. You'll be ready to hop on board.
I love that. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and get ready to unlock the secrets of understanding fast English. Are you ready, James?
I'm so ready. Let's dive in.
Okay, so first things first, let's tackle the big question. Why do native speakers sound like they're in a permanent race to finish their sentences? Are they just trying to be difficult?
It feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? But trust us, we're not trying to confuse you on purpose. It really boils down to one simple idea: efficiency. In natural, relaxed conversation, our goal is to communicate an idea as smoothly and quickly as possible.
That's a great way to put it. We don't speak word by word like a robot. That would sound really unnatural, and frankly, it would take forever. Instead, we blend sounds and link words together to make our speech flow. It's all about creating a smooth, connected stream of sound.
Think of it like this. When you write, you use spaces between words. But when we speak, there are no spaces. It's one continuous flow. For example, instead of saying, "What are you doing?" a native speaker is almost guaranteed to say something that sounds like, "What you doing?"
What you doing? Jeez, that's a great breakdown. Let's break that down because it's a perfect example. The T in what and the Y in you combine to make a ch sound. What you becomes whatcha. The word R often gets completely swallowed. It disappears.
Poof, gone. And the G at the end of doing often gets dropped in casual speech, so it becomes doin'. So the 4 separate words, "What are you doing?" transform into two connected, blended sounds. What you doing? No wonder it's hard to catch.
It's a huge transformation. And this isn't slang or bad English. It's just how normal, casual spoken English works. Another classic is I am going to. I almost never say that. I say I'm gonna.
I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna call him later. That little word, gonna, is a powerhouse of efficiency. It combines three words, going and to, into one easy-to-say package. If you're listening for going to, you're going to miss gonna every single time.
It's so true. And there are dozens of these. Want to becomes wanna. Got to becomes gotta. Let me becomes lemme.
Let me see that. See? It's so much faster than let me see that. It's these little shortcuts that add up and create that feeling of speed.
And beyond the shortcuts, there's another massive piece of the puzzle: stress and intonation. This is huge. In English, not all words are equal. In any given sentence, some words are stressed. We say them louder, longer, and with a higher pitch, and some words are unstressed and get squished.
Yes, the stressed words are the most important ones. They carry the main meaning. The unstressed words are usually the small grammar words like the, to, for, is, are. We say them really quickly and quietly.
Let's take a sentence: I went to the store to buy some milk. The important words are went, store, buy, and milk. Those are the content words. The little words in between, I, to, the, to, some, are unstressed. They get rushed.
So what you actually hear sounds more like, I went to the store to buy some milk. The little words are almost invisible to the ear. If you're trying to hear every single word clearly, you'll get lost. The trick is to tune your ear to the stressed, important words. They give you the core meaning.
Absolutely. It's about listening for the rhythm, the beat of the sentence. Once you start focusing on the stressed words, the meaning becomes so much clearer, even if you miss the little ones in between. So it's not just about speed, it's about this combination of linking words, using shortcuts like gonna, and the musical rhythm of stressed and unstressed syllables.
It's a whole new way of listening. You have to move away from listening for individual words written on a page and start listening for sounds and rhythmic patterns. It takes practice, but it's a game changer.
Okay, so we've touched on this, but let's do a deep dive into what linguists call connected speech. This is the #1 reason fast English sounds so challenging. Like James said, in real life, words don't live on their little islands. They flow into each other, and their sounds change when they meet.
It's like they're holding hands. The sound at the end of one word often links directly to the sound at the beginning of the next. A really common example is when a word ends in a consonant sound and the next word starts with a vowel sound.
Oh, this is a classic. Take the phrase, an apple. We don't say, an apple. We say, an apple. Says it smoothly. The N sound from an hooks right onto the A sound of apple. It becomes one smooth word.
Or turn it off. Nobody says turn it off. We say turn it off. The N in turn links to it. In the T in it links to off. It's one connected phrase.
Let's practice this right now. We'll say a phrase slowly with the words separated, and then we'll say it naturally with connected speech. Listen for the difference. Ready?
Let's do it. First one, slow version. Come on in.
Now the natural fast version. Come on in. Did you hear that? Come on in becomes come on in. The M sound links to on and the N sound links to in.
It's so smooth. Let's try another. First of all,
First of all,
The
st in first links to the o in of, and the v sound in of links to the a in all. First of all.
It's amazing how much the sounds blend. This happens all the time. And sometimes sounds don't just link, they actually change. This is called assimilation. It sounds technical, but it's really simple. It just means a sound changes to become more like a neighboring sound to make it easier to say.
A perfect example is don't you. If you say it really fast, what happens? Don't you know becomes don't you know. The T and the Y sounds merge together to create that ch sound again.
Don't you think? Bet you can't eat just one. It's that same ch sound. Another one is with D and Y. Did you becomes did ya.
Did you eat yet? That's so much more common than the super clear did you eat yet. If you're listening for did you might completely miss did ya.
And the final piece of connected speech is when sounds just disappear. We call this elision. We just drop sounds to speak faster. We already mentioned dropping the G in words like doin' or goin'. Another really common one is dropping the T or D sound when it's between two other consonant sounds.
Like in the phrase next door, it takes effort to pronounce that T sound in next. So in fast speech, we just say next door. The T vanishes.
Or old man. We often say ol' man. The D disappears. These aren't mistakes. They are predictable patterns in spoken English.
So you've got linking, changing sounds, and disappearing sounds. All of these things are happening at once in a normal conversation. It's a lot to process.
It is, but you don't need to memorize the linguistic terms. You just need to be aware that these things happen. The key is exposure. The more you listen to real, natural English, the more your brain will start to recognize these patterns automatically.
Exactly. And we've got a fantastic exercise to help you do just that. It's called shadowing, and it is one of the most powerful techniques for improving both your listening and your speaking.
Okay, I'm genuinely excited to talk about this one. If there is one single exercise you can do every day that will make the biggest difference, it's this. It's called shadowing.
It sounds mysterious, but it's actually really simple and incredibly effective. The idea is that you're going to follow a native speaker's voice like a shadow. You listen and you speak at almost the exact same time.
Here's how you do it. Find a short audio or video clip. Maybe a 1-minute scene from a TV show you like, a clip from a YouTuber, or even one of our podcast episodes. It's important that it's natural conversational English.
Step 1. Just listen to the clip once, without any subtitles. Don't stress about understanding every word. Just try to get the general idea, the gist of what's being said. What's the mood? What's the topic?
Step 2. Now listen again, but this time with English subtitles. This is where you connect the sounds you're hearing with the words on the screen. Read along, pause if you need to, and look up any words you don't know.
Now for the magic part. Step 3. Play the clip a final time, and this is where you become the shadow. As soon as the speaker starts, you start speaking too. You want to repeat what they're saying, just a split second behind them. Try to copy everything.
And we mean everything. Don't just say the words. Copy their intonation, the rise and fall of their voice. Copy their rhythm, which words are fast and which are slow. Copy their stress, which words are loud and which are quiet. Even copy their emotion. If they sound excited, you sound excited.
It's going to feel really weird at first. You might stumble, you might miss words, and you might sound a little silly. That is totally normal. Do not worry about being perfect. The goal is not to get every word right. The goal is to train your mouth to make the same sounds and your ear to recognize the same patterns as the native speaker.
Exactly. When you do this, you're not just passively listening anymore. You are actively engaging with the sounds of the language. You're physically feeling the rhythm of connected speech. You'll start to notice how did you becomes did ya because you're actually saying it that way.
You're building muscle memory for your mouth, and you're creating new neural pathways in your brain for listening. It's like a workout for your English skills.
Just 5 to 10 minutes of shadowing every day can make a phenomenal difference in a very short amount of time. You'll start to notice these patterns, the linking, the contractions, the rhythm, in every conversation you hear.
It really is a superpower. It's one of the fastest ways to bridge the gap between textbook English and real-world English. So please, give it a try. Find a clip right after this podcast and shadow it. You'll be amazed.
Okay, we've been throwing a lot of techniques and information at you, and it might feel a little overwhelming. So we want to take a moment to talk about something that's just as important as any technique, your mindset.
This is so crucial. When you're trying to understand fast speakers and you're missing things, it is so easy to get frustrated. You can feel your shoulders tense up, you start to panic a little, and you might think, I'm just not good at this.
That negative self-talk is your worst enemy. Please remember this. It is 100% normal not to understand every single word. Even native speakers miss words sometimes. If someone is mumbling, or there's background noise, or they have a very strong accent, we might have to say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" all the time.
We do. So please, give yourself permission to be imperfect. Your goal is not to understand every single word. That's an impossible standard. Your goal is to understand the main idea. It's about communication, not perfection.
Think of it like building muscles at the gym. When you first start lifting weights, you can't lift the heaviest ones. It's impossible. You start with something manageable and you slowly, consistently build your strength. Listening is the same. Every time you listen to English, you're doing a rep. You're making your listening muscles stronger.
I love that analogy. And some days your workout will feel great, and other days it will feel really hard. That's okay. The important thing is that you keep showing up. Consistency is so much more important than intensity. Listening for 15 minutes every day is infinitely better than studying for 3 hours once a week.
Absolutely. So, when you find yourself in a conversation or watching a movie and you realize you're lost, don't panic. Take a deep breath. Instead of focusing on the words you didn't understand, try to focus on the words you did understand. Use the context, use the speaker's body language, use what you already know to piece together the meaning.
And celebrate the small wins. Did you understand a full sentence in a fast movie scene? Amazing! Did you catch that the speaker said gonna instead of going to? That's a huge victory. Acknowledge your progress no matter how small it feels. Each step forward is still a step forward.
Patience and a positive mindset are your best friends on this journey. Be kind to yourself. You are learning a complex skill and it takes time, but you are capable and you are making progress every single day.
We believe in you, and you should believe in yourself too. So let's talk about the kind of English you won't find in your grammar book. We're talking about real-world English, the messy, informal, slang-filled language that people use every single day with their friends, family, and coworkers.
This is often a huge shock for learners. Textbooks teach you the formal, correct way to say things, which is important to know, but it's not always how people actually talk. For instance, a textbook might teach you to say, I am going to leave now.
Which is perfectly correct. But in a real casual conversation, I would probably say something like, all right, I'm going to head out, or I'm going to take off.
I'ma head out. That's a great one. I'ma is a super informal reduction of I'm going to. You will hear this constantly in American English, but you will almost never see it written down.
Or slang. Slang changes all the time and varies so much by region and age group. But being familiar with some common slang can really help you keep up. For example, instead of saying, that's very cool, someone might say, that's sick, or that's dope.
And if you don't know that sick can mean cool, you'd be totally confused. You'd be thinking, why are they talking about being ill? Context is everything.
Another huge part of real-world English is the use of fillers. These are the little sounds and words we use to fill pauses while we're thinking of what to say next. Words like, like, you know,
You just used 3 of them, and it's perfectly natural. We all do it. So I was like, I don't know, maybe we should, go to the other restaurant. These words don't add any real meaning, but they are a huge part of the sound of natural speech.
they can be confusing for learners because you're trying to find the meaning in like or but there isn't any. They are just placeholders. Learning to recognize them and just let them fly past your ear without getting stuck on them is a really important skill.
So how do you get exposed to all this messy, real-world English? You've got to immerse yourself in it. Watch modern TV shows and movies. Listen to podcasts made for native speakers on topics you're interested in. Follow YouTubers or influencers from English-speaking countries.
Start with subtitles on. This is your training ground. The subtitles will help you connect the slang word you hear, like gonna, to its real meaning, going to. When you hear a new phrase or a slang word, pause and look it up on a site like Urban Dictionary.
And then, when you feel a bit more confident, challenge yourself. Watch the same clip again with the subtitles off. You'll be surprised by how much more you understand the second time around.
It's about training your ear for the language as it's truly spoken, not just as it's written in a book. The more you listen to the real stuff, the less strange and fast it will sound.
Okay, we know that practice, practice, practice can sometimes sound like a chore, but the good news is it doesn't have to be. You can massively improve your listening skills while doing things you already love, like watching movies or listening to music.
Yes, let's start with movies and TV shows. This is one of the best and most enjoyable ways to immerse yourself in English. But you have to be strategic about it. Don't just turn on a movie and hope for the best.
Right. Here's a great technique. It's called the 1-minute rewind. Find a scene in a movie or show that's about 1 minute long. First, watch it without any subtitles and just try to get the general idea.
Then, rewind and focus on just the very first sentence. Listen to it a few times. Can you write down exactly what you hear? This is called dictation, and it's an amazing exercise. It forces you to listen very, very closely to every little sound.
After you've tried to write it down, turn on the English subtitles to check your work. Did you miss any small words? Did you hear wanna, but write want to? This is where you learn. Then repeat that sentence out loud, trying to copy the actor's pronunciation and rhythm.
Then move on to the next sentence. Do the same thing. Listen, write, check, repeat. This might sound slow, and it is. You might only get through a few sentences in 10 minutes. But this kind of deep, active listening is so much more effective than just passively watching for 2 hours.
Okay, let's talk about music. Music is an incredible tool because songs are repetitive and they get stuck in your head. That repetition is fantastic for language learning.
The process is similar. Choose a song you like with clear vocals. First, just listen to it. Enjoy it. Feel the rhythm. Then, find the lyrics online. listen to the song again while reading the lyrics. This is where you'll have those, oh, so that's what they're saying moments.
And then, the best part, sing along. In your car, in the shower, wherever. When you sing, you're practicing the rhythm, the linking sounds, and the reduced forms in a really fun, low-pressure way. You're not just learning English, you're performing it.
Plus, songs are full of culture, idioms, and natural phrases. It's a fantastic way to expand your vocabulary beyond the textbook.
Finally, don't forget about podcasts and audiobooks. Find a podcast on a topic you are genuinely passionate about, whether it's gardening, video games, science, or true crime. If you're interested in the topic, you'll be more motivated to understand.
Many podcast apps allow you to slow down the playback speed. If a speaker is just too fast, try listening at 0.75x speed. This can help you catch the words without distorting the sound too much. Then, as you get more comfortable, you can gradually increase the speed back to normal.
The key with all of these methods is to make it fun. If you're enjoying the process, you'll stick with it. And consistency is what will ultimately lead you to success.
Wow, we have covered so much ground today. My head is spinning a little. Let's do a quick recap of the key strategies we've talked about for conquering fast English.
Great idea. First and foremost, we learned that native speakers sound fast because of efficiency. We use things like connected speech, where words link together smoothly.
Right, like an apple becoming an apple. We also talked about how sounds can change, like don't you becoming don'tcha, or even disappear completely, like the T in next door.
We also covered those super common reductions like gonna, wanna, and gotta. Recognizing these is a massive shortcut to better understanding.
And we can't forget the importance of stress and intonation. Learning to listen for the stressed, important words in a sentence, rather than trying to catch every single little word, is a total game changer.
Then we moved on to the practical exercises. My personal favorite, the shadowing technique, where you speak along with a native speaker to train your mouth and ears at the same time.
We also discussed the importance of a positive mindset. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient and kind to yourself and celebrate every small victory.
And finally, we talked about making practice fun by immersing yourself in real-world English through movies, TV shows, music, and podcasts. Using techniques like dictation and the 1-minute rewind can turn entertainment into powerful learning sessions.
It really all comes down to active, consistent practice. You can't get better at listening by reading about it. You have to do it. You have to put in the time and train your ears.
But every minute you spend listening, you're getting better. Your brain is building new connections, and it's learning to decode the patterns of natural spoken English. One day, you'll be watching a movie or listening to a podcast, and you'll suddenly realize, hey, I'm not struggling anymore. I just understand.
And that is the most incredible feeling. It's a moment of pure triumph, and you will get there. We promise. Just keep going.
Thank you so much for joining us on Best English Podcast today. We hope these tips and techniques have made you feel empowered and excited to tackle fast English.
Don't forget to practice what you've learned. Put on a song, shadow a YouTube clip, or watch a movie with a new perspective. You've got this. Keep up the amazing work, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care and keep listening.
Bye, everyone.